Yeah, Kendra. I woke up Kendra. Kendra was like, tell me why I just woke up to G-Eazy. Oh, man. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I decided to try to come on at my regular time. I could have been on an hour ago, but oh, good, Carrie. I love headphones. You woke up, went back to sleep. Yeah, I know. I've had my name in their mouth all day, all day, all day. But then I know, I mess everybody up. Well, I try to like, cause like everybody's kind of got their routine, right? Like these people are live usually till around this time, and then like they roll into my live when they go to bed. So when I come on early, it just fucks everybody up, and I'm not trying to like take away from anybody else, you know. You can't watch 11 lives at one time. Everybody's kind of silently work together so that everyone can catch everybody else. How late I was live until 3 a.m. Right? I'm carrying. I think the last hour, I don't even know, last hour or two, we were just jamming. Had my friggin' speaker on, just fucking partying hard on a Sunday. Like, what? You bounced at 1:30? Yeah, I know for some of y'all, it was like 5 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, six. People were like, bro, I woke up, woke up to get ready for work, and you were on live with loud ass rap music on. I was like, dang. But the time difference just it fucks me up sometimes. Like poor Jenna, she's 2 hours ahead of me, and she's like two o'clock is like 4 o'clock her time. I'm in Mountain Time. It is almost 10 o'clock here right now. I know we were testing out the lights. My my ring light, a bunch of lights going, and then I got scared because the lights were all off in here, and I was like, okay, I'm done. Fucking bear is gonna get me. It's 11:58 there. Dang. So I would have been off at 5 your time, Carrie, probably. Pull up. We scared. I'm scared of the wildlife, though. Hey, Rome. Yeah, no. There's some people that are even behind me. Like they're an hour behind me. I'm like, shit. Just to me, everybody's in the same time zone all the time. Like I know that's not the case, but yeah. See, Andrew's 2 hours behind me, or an hour behind me, or yeah, an hour. All of a sudden, I can't math. I know Dazed was in here going to town. Oh. Anyways, for anybody that missed it last night, I got some things to address. That's how I know it's time to brush my teeth and go to bed. I gotta put this sweater back on because I can't read the fucking comments. I put this on specifically so I could read comments, and it's hot in here now. Turn off this heater. Yeah, there's a lot of people like Eastern Standard. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, I know people come in here to go to bed. They put me on and then put their headphones in. She said, "Oh shit, let me get a smoke." Yeah, we had quite the night last night. I pissed off a lot of people, and most of them I don't really care, but there are some that I think I did piss off, and so I just want to kind of explain, just for those that don't get my sense of humor or my sarcasm, because I know sometimes with me that's hard to read, and I just assume everybody can read it. So we're gonna get into that. Um, I'm half blind. I appreciate the comment, sweater. That's funny. I'm at 88%. I'm at 88%. So, so last night, as we all know, I posted a text message, or not a text message, but like a message that I received of somebody claiming to be somebody else's daughter. Now, I want to go into, for one, my sarcasm. All right, people make up all kinds of stuff about me, and I just kind of roll with it. It's funny, like I don't wash my hands when I use the restroom. I sit in my neighbor's shed. I only have a 700 square foot house. I use my hands to wipe or I don't wipe. I pee in a bucket over in the corner here. Pastor Petty's in my shed in the corner, hiding out. I mean, there's a lot of different things that we all just roll with, right? And that's because, I drip dry. There's a ton of them, right? And we roll with it and we laugh and, yeah, back to front. The list is endless, really. So, and it's really because, like, you can't change anybody's mind. And no matter what you say, they're going to disagree with you and call you a liar. Okay, so when I made this post last night, for one, I did it 100% to be petty because I'm tired of this person running around gaslighting the fuck out of everybody on this app and then playing victim, right? Running out here, somebody who's been spiraling for days, okay? Days, talking shit about fucking everybody, making up lies, trying to go real life, threatening them. Hey, Nick. So yeah, yesterday when I posted that, it was 100% to be petty. It was for, my intent was for that person to see said message. Now at the time, I didn't know if it was real or not. Either way, the person who wrote it asked me to put it out there, right? So if it was real, if it was in fact her daughter, I was asked to put it out there, okay? And in the event that it wasn't real, to me, it was just kind of like a payback. Oh, how cute. Thank you, Nick. That was so pretty. It was kind of like should I have done it? Probably not. I've just been so sick of all the shit that this person has been doing for the last several days, and honestly, last several months. To be, thank you, Emily. To be perfectly honest, so yeah, I was petty last night and I posted it, but like I said at the time, I didn't know. So there was, okay. Oh man, I can only imagine that one, Virgo. So I didn't know at the time, and I had talked to a couple other people, right? Because we all saw who, was tagged in this person's videos, and I kind of was like talking with them, and they were asking me if I thought it was real, and I was like, I don't know. I'm not really sure. And then somebody brought it up saying that the pictures that were posted on that person's profile came directly from that girl's Facebook page, right? And so I was like, oh man, I better go check. But I didn't know what the person's name was. I didn't know her name. I had no idea what this person's daughter's name was. And so when I searched up the name that was on my screenshot on Facebook, turns out it was actually her daughter. And I was like, oh, I didn't redact that information. So I didn't want to be an asshole and, dox her daughter. And I didn't even know, it was a profile with 0 followers following 3 posts that were made in the last hour. And I really wasn't trying to dox anybody. So I removed the post. I took it down. And I didn't say anything because then, because sometimes after you delete a post, right, it'll still pop up on people's FYPs. You just can't find it in that person's profile. And so I genuinely didn't want anybody, I didn't want to be like, oh my God, I didn't want to dox her. That's her real name. And then other people, whoever came across that post, then know her daughter's name. So again, I didn't want to say it to bring attention. And B, it wouldn't have mattered if I had said that last night anyways, because they run with what they run with. I've just made a dozen perfect examples of that. I would have been called a liar anyway. So instead, I said that I knew that it was fake, or because again, my sense of humor slash my sarcasm wasn't, some people didn't catch it. Okay. I know a lot of the people that know me like very well and they know my sarcasm, they knew I was talking out my ass. Like when I said, oh yeah, I'm just doing this for clicks and views. I'm telling them what they want to hear. That's what they want to hear. They want to hear that I leave my children unattended in the house and I'm not in fact married. They want to hear all these things, and it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't matter what I say. Clearly, they're gonna roll with what they want to roll with. So I was like, I'll tell you what you want to hear. And that's what they wanted to hear, is that I did it just so I could get views and likes and whatever else they came up with. So that was why I said that. So now, of course, they have a clip, and I don't care. There's really, everybody on that side, they don't like me anyways. I don't care how they feel, because they don't like me anyways. There's nothing I can do, and I don't really care if they like me, so it doesn't matter. But I just want to make sure that for anybody on this side of TikTok, I just want to make sure that you guys understand that I did not, in fact, do it to try to get, I think there was maybe 20 something likes on that post when I took it down. Something like that. If I really wanted it for clicks, I would have just left it up. Or I would have made another one and just redacted the information. I was 100% just being petty. And it was later on, after I took the post down, where I was like, okay, I don't think that's real. I don't think it's real. And, whatever. So they can run with what they want to run with. Frankly, I don't care what they think. I really genuinely don't. So I just want to make sure y'all know that that's actually what happened. And that was where I was, Rod. That was actually where my brain was at. Right. Yeah. Virgo. Listen, I wasn't trying to dox anybody. It didn't even occur to me that that was her daughter's actual name. You know what I mean? And once I found out it was, I immediately removed my post and left it at that. I posted it 100% to make sure that she saw it. So yes, I was being petty. And mainly because I am so fucking tired of her playing victim, doing all this shit, gaslighting people and then playing victim. Which leads me into what, I don't know if you guys were watching. I have it recorded. Some of the other people on the other side even called her out for some of the shit that she's been doing. So I want to remind everybody that I have been attacked by this woman. Yeah, exactly, Virgo. Exactly. I have been attacked by this woman on several different occasions for no reason. Tonight, her famous words were, if you don't like me, you don't want to be associated with me, just block me. Well, actually, that's what I did a couple weeks ago. When I realized that you were trying to swindle your way back into my chat and people had screenshots of you in here trying to kiki and haha with the people in my chat, and I hadn't realized it. I knew that, you'd come in because I could see you, but I don't typically block people. I just didn't realize how hard you were trying to push to, get your way back in. So I blocked you quietly. I didn't say anything about it. I didn't talk about it in my live. I didn't harass you or berate you or, None of that. I did none of that. All I did was quietly block you, and you lost your ever loving shit the next day. Had a lot to say about me the whole next day. And I think people see that. I think people are starting to see the side of you where you poke the bear, right? You poke, 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 and then you play victim and act like you didn't do shit wrong. Yeah. Everybody's starting to see that. So you poked, 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 poked me, and then I poked back, and then now I'm the asshole. Make it make sense. I mean, it just makes absolute no sense to me. You freak out because you're like, oh my God, people are trying to dox me, yada, 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 but you're literally doxing people. In fact, I believe in a live this morning, another person said, what did they say? Let's see. Let me get the message real quick. I wasn't there. I was sleeping because I fucking partied all night last night, apparently, but I was informed that these two women were in a live this morning talking about me, and one of them was asking for informants to find stuff on me and things you post so that she can drag you. I thought you guys had a bunch of information on me, for one. And for two, just ask me. Just ask me. But, you know, the other girl wants to cry. She really put on the waterworks. And I actually have it recorded because it was quite, actually, you know, I know none of us get along, okay? Two sides. I don't get along with them. They don't get along with me. We don't, whatever. However, they made a lot of good points tonight. I don't know if you guys were watching, and we can watch it since you know I need them for content. We can watch it tonight, but just pay attention to how fast she turns on the waterworks and then flips them off. She couldn't talk her way out of a lot of the stuff that they were coming at her for tonight. And they were respectful. I mean, they weren't bombarding her or anything. But another woman got up there and said, cut the shit. And thank you for that. Because that's exactly what I've been saying. So before anybody wants to come at me and be like, oh my God, Smashley's such a bitch. She posted screenshots. Think about what that woman has done to me. I have never done anything wrong to her, ever, actually, until she this is like number 4, okay? This last time when I just blocked her quietly, that was number 4 of all the times that I have not done shit except for quietly walk away. And she then spends the whole next day and weeks to come talking shit on me or my friends or people around, making up lies, completely lying about things that were said or things that, you know what I mean? Like, it's just ridiculous. So, like I said, should I have posted that screenshot? Probably not. You know, if I would have taken a few minutes to actually think about it, I probably would have made the right decision and not done that. But I was so pissed for these last several days. I was like, fuck it. Either way. Either A, it's going to be her daughter and people are going to see the real side of things, or B, it's not and it pisses her off anyways, as like a jab, if you will. But no, I did not do it for likes and views. I did wait to see if somebody was going to bring it to her attention, but unfortunately, by the time they figured it out and saw it, I had already removed the post because I didn't realize that was actually her daughter's name. And, you know, contrary to popular belief, I'm actually not an asshole like that all the time. I had no intentions on doxing anybody. And so I will apologize to her daughter. Not that she'll ever see this, but I do apologize to her daughter for that. I should have taken a moment to, you know, look things up first before just, you know, jumping the gun there. So, okay, Rod. So yeah, but we can, you know, You're gonna hear that. You're gonna hear that fucking video for probably for the rest of your life on this app. And that's okay. Like I said, I'm not trying to change their minds. Their minds cannot be changed. And that's been for the last 8 months, probably. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to change their minds. I just want to make sure y'all know that I say and do a lot of things just to give them what they want to hear. Can't change their mind. Might as well roll with it. Do I pee in a bucket over here? Sure. Do I leave my kids to run alone in the house all night long while I'm out here drinking and smoking? Sure. I'm not actually married. No, you're right. I'm not actually married. I don't have a husband. Do I, you know what I mean? Like, there's so many things that I just roll with. And so, like I said, when I said that last night about doing it because I need content, because that's another thing they say, oh, she only does this because she needs content. No, I genuinely vibed with like 4 people last night. The rest of them were sleeping and had a fucking blast. I don't need 272 people in my life to make me feel good. There were literally like 4 people in here last night, and we just partied our asses off and hung out and laughed and tried to rap to some of the fastest rappers' songs. We had a blast. If I really needed content, I certainly would have panicked when I dropped down to like 64 viewers, and done something crazy to get them back up. Don't you think? But no, they genuinely believe that I do things because I need the views. I need the views. No, actually, I miss the days where I only had 20 people in a fucking live. Those are some of the best days. Can I get a nudge next time? Hey man, I turned up the music. If y'all didn't wake up to all the fucking music I was playing, a nudge wouldn't have woke you up. It wouldn't have worked. So, is that herpes? No, this is George. This is George. I pick at things. It's I don't know, weird thing I do. But yeah, very mad. George is very upset. But he'll be fine. Just ignore him. Maybe my headphone. Yeah, because I had this bad boy going. I had it up all the way. The lights going, and we were just chilling. I'm kidding. I know a lot of people come in here to fall asleep. There's another thing I want to mention too.
Bitch, when I tell you that it was a ripe 5 a.m. this morning, and I had fell the fuck asleep in this motherfucker, and I wake up to I Mean It by G-Eazy, and Smash over here changing all kinds of different colors and all kinds of
Bitch. Did I lose internet?
You're back now. But I was like,
am I back? All right.
I was like, how are you gonna wake me up to fucking a rave, Smashley? Yo, put that on. But yeah, we were having a time up in here with our friends. We was jamming.
Yeah,
we played
people actively in the chat.
We played Freak a Leak, we played Salt Shaker, we was having a time. I was over here, I'm surprised my bed ain't broke from me dancing in it. But yeah, we need content. Okay.
Yeah, wake up and party with me. But yeah, I need the viewers. And I need the clout, and it's all about the numbers.
I have a screen recording. I will post it. I just forgot because, once again, it was at 5 o'clock this morning. But yeah, if you don't want to miss the rave, I guess, just stay up to 5 o'clock Eastern time, and you won't miss the rave.
Yeah, DJ Smash. I wasn't even the DJ. If I hadn't found wherever that playlist came from, I don't know where the fuck it came from, because we started off with Cardi B, right? And then it just kept playing songs, and I only had to skip 2 or 3 songs that I didn't know or that I didn't like.
It was like banger after banger after banger.
Like old.
Me, Days, and like 2 other people in here in the comments.
Oh,
I will
we're
post
having a
the screen
fucking good old
recording
time.
because I did screen record some of it because it's cracking me up. And I was like, I was talking shit. I was like, our rave has ads. I'm sorry. Because
The fucking ads, man. I was like, I'm not
fuck
paying for this
y'all.
shit.
We don't need y'all for fucking content. We have enough time with our fucking selves, okay, bitch? I'm leaving.
Literally.
But best believe we had a time in here this morning, so
J-Crow. Yeah. Also, there was another comment, somebody today, and I won't name names unless they want me to, but somebody got upset with me for, I think they said something along the lines of, I sit with Megan, or I kiki with Megan, or I laugh at Megan, and they're like, I don't sit with anybody that sits with bigots. For one, when I call her out for being a tattletale. Yeah. I laugh. And I was laughing that night, especially because I would tell her, I'll give you 100 points right now if you unmute. Because I can't even remember who was on the other side, who she was in the live with and streaming me. But she kept muting. And so I told her, stop muting and I'll give you a point. So whoever it was, I can't remember if it was, I don't know, Shannon or fucking, I don't know, whatever. Anyways, it was because she was literally like, I was just trolling the fuck out of her and she fell for it every time. So I was able to then say what I wanted to say. And then she would in turn, get a point on the board. So yeah, it was funny that she was just falling right into my trolling her. So that whoever that person was must not have been there for the rest of the night, or last night, before they blocked me when that wasn't happening. Because if I'm not mistaken, I was threatened by both of them last night. A few times. So I don't know how that's like sitting with somebody. If I wanted to be Megan's friend, I would have unblocked her, like she asked. No, I'm not fucking unblocking her. I didn't. She's been blocked. She's been blocked for fucking weeks now. So it wasn't like I was in the chat, like laughing with her. It was funny. It was hilarious that she'd unmute me like right at the perfect time so that then Shannon or whoever it was could hear exactly what I was trying to say. So if you want to block me for that and think that I was kiki and ha-haing it up with her, I mean, whatever. I'm sorry. That person didn't want to send me a message today. They got upset with me because I was just like, okay, I guess I'm sitting with somebody, but you actually didn't realize, the context behind all of that. So it sucks. Nobody, I don't want to piss any of you guys off ever. You know what I mean? But again, sometimes my sarcasm and my humor can be very, very convincing. You know what I mean? I have always been like that, and sometimes I have to say when I'm joking, and sometimes I don't say when I'm joking or I'm being sarcastic, or if I'm trolling somebody, right? I don't always say it, because sometimes it's funny when they just believe you. You know what I mean? So, I don't know exactly what to say. I don't even know if this person will see it, but I'm definitely not sitting over there with any of them. And I was going to say something else. Oh, I was laughing last night while they were telling me they were going to drag me through the gravel or whatever they said. Like, they said a lot of vile shit last night, and I laughed through the whole thing. So does that mean I'm still sitting with them? You mean to tell me, like, if I'm not actively cussing somebody out? Okay, so I heard that, right? The curb thing, because I was like, I don't know if that was exactly what was said. I'll have to go back and look. Oh yeah, in the green light, yeah. I laughed through all of that. I said someone owes Smash an apology. I got blocked. Oops. I don't know. I don't need an apology from anybody. Genuinely. Just know that there's a method to my madness. Do I always get it right? No. do I take accountability? When I realize I fucked up, I probably shouldn't have. Thank you, Nick. Oh, that's so cute. When I realized, I realized too late, unfortunately, but I did realize, like, should I have taken a minute to breathe before I posted that? Yes, I should have. So, hey, girl.
Yeah, not only did they tell you that they were going to schmurb stomp you, or however you want to say it, but she also told you to go and pretty much unalive by sticking your head in your piss bucket.
Yep, remember that one.
Yeah, so.
And I laughed through all of it. So I guess it means I sit with them. Who would have thought?
So.
Yeah, I have it all on recording, but I kept getting violations last night, so I'm not going to play it again. But they were very vile.
Your smart-ass comments and your humor can kind of come off on the same, like, channel. But if people sit in here long enough with you and know you, you can ideally, like, defer both of them. You know what I mean?
Listen, and if anybody's confused, you can message me. I'm more than willing to explain, because I do realize that sometimes when I say things, people take it seriously. You know what I mean? And that's not anybody else's fault. I need to try to be better when I am clearly being sarcastic, or my humor, or whatever.
It was last night, babe, and it was Sassy and Megan that were saying it. Yeah. But I'm gonna hop down because I am laying in bed. But I just wanted to say, like, even though I wasn't really vocal in the chat last night, I was still lurking in here and listening, and I heard it while reading my own book. So.
Because I said that earlier, and I was like, well, I probably should have listened to the recording again. Because she said a lot of things last night. There was a lot of threats, and she was going to pull up, maybe, I don't know, something like that.
But before I drop, I did want to say something. Okay, I don't know if she's in here because I was kind of late coming in here because I jumped in the shower. But I know some people now that had heard it in Robert's Live. But if you guys by chance see Miss Skellington, she is one of our comic cousins who's constantly in here or in Petty's or Robert's Live. Her mom gained her angel wings on Sunday and is no longer with us. If you just see her, don't bombard her in her messages or anything like that, because right now she's in a time of healing. Yeah. But if you do see her, can you please send her love and prayers, and just tell her that you're thinking of her, because she's definitely going through a hard time right now, because,
thank you for
her mom meant everything to her. I'd appreciate it. I don't ask much or anything, actually. So this is the only thing I'll ever ask. But I love you guys. I'm going to hop down.
Love you too, honey. Oh, gosh. It's like, I feel like a lot of our people right now are grieving, and my heart goes out to them, for sure. For sure. So yeah, if anybody like has any question, on what I say or what I do, you can message me. I'm always open for a conversation. And again, I don't care what they think. I'm not trying to change their minds, or, they're just people that I don't want around me anyways. But you don't get to just be like that towards people, and then people not clap back. Yeah, we're trash. We're trash. We're the best trash, though. So, does somebody want to come up here and hold the place real quick? Because I need to use the restroom, and then we can get into the other live where people were calling Shannon out. And they weren't mean, you know what I mean? They weren't mean, but it just proves that I'm not the only one. We're not the only ones that see this behavior. And again, I'll say it again for anybody that wasn't here. Should I have, waited a beat before I posted that? Yes, I should have. But I was just so fed up with the way my furniture on the front lawn and matching that guy. Oh yeah. Oh, did it? Dang, I didn't look him up. I was too busy laughing in Holly Maze. I don't know what I was saying. I don't know if my blood sugar is low or if it's just like my anxiety or what. Y'all ever just get anxiety for no reason? Like I'm not. It's just it only started like an hour ago. Jenna might still be working. She might just be lurking. Um, yeah, like, ugh. Yeah, Virgo, same. Anytime I have a panic attack, it's usually just for absolutely no reason. And I'm unmedicated, so I don't have anything to like take. Am I dizzy? No, not really dizzy. Just kind of shaky. Yeah, just kind of picked up in the last couple hours. I don't know what set it off. I don't know. Caleb drama. I'll have to look him up. If you watch it next time, Dream Alex. I had a bowl of cereal. Like I don't know, maybe it's like I didn't drink enough fucking water or something. Caffeine. All right. I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick. In my bucket to the side here, and I'm not gonna wash my hands. So don't tell me to. Don't ask. I do. I have. Yeah. I have. Uh. What is it called? Whenever your blood sugar drops. Yeah, I had a bowl of cereal, like a couple bowls of cereal earlier, because it felt that's like when it started. It was after I got out of the shower, and I thought my blood sugar was dry. Yeah, hypoglycemia. Thank you. Um, just use baby wipes. Um, and so I thought like, because sometimes when my blood sugar drops, it makes me feel the same. But like I ate pretty sugary cereal, and it didn't help it. So I'm like, is that my anxiety? I'll grab a snack. All right, I'll be right back. Hold on, guys. Okay. Carrots. Maybe I need some veggies in my life. The coyotes are going off out there. They must have caught something. It's like a pack of them. They always go off when they catch something. And I'm like, I feel like something's wrong. I hate it. I don't know. I know, my bad. I had to mute y'all so you didn't hear me peeing in the corner of my shed in my piss bucket. I know, I need to look that up, Passion, because I heard Queen say that. Yeah, she was like pretty much naked pants. Oh. But the way they did Drake with Kendrick, they did that man wrong. Smash, don't scroll back. Well. At that one part, they could have played the whole song, like any other parts of the song. You can't tell me not to scroll back up. Now I want to scroll back up. You had carrots by the bucket. Yeah. They're a little warm. There better not be like a spider on my blanket and y'all didn't tell me. I swear to God. What happened? Oh, I fucking Swagger said somebody hide her blanket, and I was like, am I sitting on a spider? All right. So I'm not gonna play like all of it. I really want to focus on where they were kind of like going in on her a little bit.
Fun and games until it's us that's in that seat. And I mean, I hope though
Was that Sleuth?
Seeing things like you did yesterday, that you'll see how quick people are to just go with what they've heard, go with what the fuck is without asking the person and without
My
really
cheeks are
seeing
all
the
flushed.
facts. I hope you don't give her a free pass because her backtracking ass excuse last night was trash.
Thank you, Nick. That's so cute.
I don't need anybody on TikTok to tell me what kind of mother I am. I don't need anybody on TikTok to tell me what kind of wife I am. I know what kind of mom and wife I am.
No, this was earlier.
And as long as I am happy and content with that,
I'm genuinely just playing this because of where they're kind of calling Shannon out for her snaky ways, her flip-floppy ways, because they bring up a lot of good points, and I feel like it kind of just proves that she starts all this shit to people that, oh, thank you, bot, that scared the shit out of me. Woo. Goddamn. Someone take that gift off this app. Yeah, exactly, Les. Woo, damn. I saw the bot. I saw that you sent a gift, and then I saw it in the corner, and I was like, ah! I know how petty feels. Anyways, yeah, she puts on the waterworks and then tries to sneak in somewhere and then pisses those guys off. And so did I. That was good.
Because these people on here do not fucking know me. Do I care about any of their opinions? Fuck no. But it's honestly, but like,
picked a louder.
And it's hard. It is hard to get to that point, though, Shannon. I know you're tough.
but
It's hard
here's
to
the
get to
thing.
that point.
I've been, my shit's been doxxed. I get it. I don't give a fuck. My address, my phone number, and guess what? Y'all still haven't pulled up. But what really gets me
And they
is that
won't.
just because you can find my kids or you can, know where I used to live does not give you a right to go and tell that information to other people to further have those other people try to seek out and harass my family.
Agreed.
I don't give a fuck what you do to me. I can.
Stupid what, Queen? No. I don't know. They might be live now. I'm not sure, but this is from earlier. Oh, the nicotine patch? That's what you're probably trying to say. They won't let you smoke in the hospital. Especially not with a pneumonia. Right? Blah, blah.
Handle it with me. But when you fuck with my fucking family, that's where I'm frustrated. Is when you're fucking with my goddamn family. Leave them the fuck out of it.
I could go through the laundry list of things that side did to me that are very similar. However, I won't. It's easy for me to say to you, don't let it bother you, because it still bothers me. But please, please, please do not let, what's the word I'm looking for? Shit quality people determine what kind of mother, wife, friend, daughter, or anything else that you are. They're going to say what they're going to say no matter what. They're going to say what they're going to say regardless. And because they know that knife digs deep. But please don't let them determine who you are as a person.
And that's the thing. It's like Megan always says. Like Megan always says, you know your truth. And every time Megan said that, and it finally, it hit me. I know my truth. I know who I am. I know where I stand. But like, I am human, and I can only take so much. And when I do clap back, that's when everybody says, "Oh, look at her. She's crashing out. She's crashing out." No, I've hit my breaking point where I'm gonna call it like I see it. And you're shit fucking people. And all those people.
Can you answer Alyssa's question in the chat about, were you not laughing last week, I guess, whenever it was done to her?
What do you mean? Hold on.
When they were blasting Mal's information, you were literally loving it?
What do you mean as far as her information goes?
I don't know. Yeah, not Rissa Mallory. I said read Rissa's comment. I don't know. I wasn't there. I'm asking because Rissa asked it in the comment, and I'm curious what she's talking about.
Now, I will say this, and Rissa, I will say this. When I was talking about
backpedal now.
When I was talking about a video of Ratina, I was talking about when I was telling everybody to go look at her videos. It was the one when she was talking about what she had went to, whatever, the GoFundMe shit, and she had shown the receipts and everything else like that, because I didn't know her whole story of what had transpired on her side. But like I even told Megan, now as far as them showing pictures of Mallory's sister and her mom and her family, that's where that shit has gone too fucking far.
Why are you so upset with Mallory? I'm curious.
Hold on, guys.
I've been upset with her is because, like for instance,
the other, I can't remember what live it was, but she was talking about like Bernadette or something.
Hey, hold on, Shannon. Listen, y'all. This is neutral platform. So if you want to speak with Shannon, look in the box, but please don't be putting the hateful comments. I mean, we're just not going to do that. I think people just have questions, to be honest. And I'm not going to lie to you. I have the same questions because I also was grouped into a lot of this shit with Mallory by Shannon. And I'm just curious, like, what is it that is,
I think my thing is with Mallory, to be honest, is that I know that she's been through the ringer as far as with the whole petty thing, right? And I think that Mallory has snapped. Not like snapped in a bad way, but Mallory has had this, fuck it, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to do whatever I want to do. You guys say what you want to say, right? But the way that I have seen it, okay, is that she talks about it a lot. And she talks about the same thing over and over and over again. And I just don't understand when she knows that these people are still doing this to her, and still dragging her through the mud. And it's not even only just that. It's with Bougie, with Rissa, with anybody that even sits in that box. I guess my mindset at that time was when and who is going to be the one person that says, okay, maybe we need to put the brakes on it.
Hey, voices.
I'm going to jump down, but I'm just going to say this. Shannon, I don't know you. But I want you to think about something. If I sat in a box or in a live in a chat and laughed about what was being done to you, or if Bougie did, or if I did that to anybody, that would be shit behavior, right? So I would think if laughing at what was being put out about Mel was thought of as something funny, then you pretty much owe her an apology. Because you wouldn't want somebody to laugh about what they're doing to you. I sure as hell wouldn't. No. And I think a lot of my issues with Mallory is when everything stemmed back from October and everything went sideways in October. I never really personally felt like I got a sincere apology from her.
She's gonna cry because she can't talk her way out of it.
Only did it to appease her followers, and she didn't do it because she was sincere, and that has bugged me.
So, I think the same thing though, like, it's a tit for tat. And at some point, hold on, Megan. At some point, I think there has to be some reflection, self-reflection, because, I said the same thing with you. I don't understand why you're so quick to come at me and Mallory for what we're doing against or about or whatever with Petty. So quick to join the quote, air quotes, ops, right? And have a lot to say. But yet, I do remember way back when telling you that it's never going to pan out the way it is.
And I think
I said that about Hair Junkie as well.
3 hours ago.
And I think it's because Bougie, everybody's been going real life with everybody.
Have they?
No, not you. I'm not saying that you've gone real life. I'm saying that I know that they have done a lot of this shit to you, even though you have shown receipts in black and white. That no matter what proof that you show, Bougie, which you've shown it, right? Because these people are too dumb enough to look at it and see it and call it is for what it is. And I just kept telling myself, no matter what Bougie does or how much proof she shows, no one's going to fucking believe her anyway. So she's doing all of this for what? For them to further harass her and now, serve you with papers or try to shut you the fuck up. And it's just like, now that I know that how far they will go real fucking live, it fucking sucks.
It does. It does. And I will say that, Mallory and I, we didn't get along for a very long time. Mm-hmm. But, I felt her apology to me was sincere. We've had many conversations, and although we may or may not agree with what each other says or does or the way that we do it or whatever, right? Excuse me. That doesn't mean that we can't still respect each other's positions and support each other. And, sometimes she says things to me that I need, to be made aware of. And sometimes I say things to her that I think that, should be done differently. But at the end of the day, I think what I won't do is I just won't jump with the crowd. I don't give a fuck. That's just not me. And I think I just think that, yes, Mal is deserved an apology. The very same way that you were so upset about how people were talking about, your mental health experience and things that have occurred in your life. I mean, imagine whether we agree or not with how somebody's experiences is or how severe it is or whatever. Everybody that has a traumatic event in their life experiences the same feelings with that trauma as somebody that's gone through something significantly worse, right? Trauma is trauma and it all feels the same, right? So I just think that as a woman, invalidating anybody's experiences, whether it's mental health, whether it's SA, whether it's DV, whatever the case may be, and doing all that to me it's not okay. And I think that, you kind of did to her what she had done to you as far as that was concerned. And it doesn't make it right. It's all fun and games. At least attempt to give one to her. Because I think what was said was not okay.
Somebody in the comments just said, Mal, Bushy, Rissa, Bug, everybody, they're strong.
Oh my God, Danny's the worst.
These women do not back down from this man. They don't, I wouldn't. A lot of them think, because it's Pastor Petty, I got to be with the in crowd, I've got to, float with these folks, and I've got to, no. We stand 10 toes down on what we believe in. And that's just being that strong woman. And sometimes you have to I support Mallory 100%. I support Shannon 100%. I support Bougie 100%. Does that make me a bad person? No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It don't at all. Like I said today, I was having this conversation with Bougie on the way home a while ago. There's a lot of people that absolutely just hate Megan, hate Shannon, hate Bougie. Listen, y'all ain't never done nothing to me. There's no reason for me to hate any of you.
That part.
Just because one person don't like you doesn't mean that I don't have to, that I have to not like you.
Correct.
Frankly, Megan is funny as fuck. And some days when I'm just deep down on myself, Megan can do some of the dumbest shit and I laugh so hard and it makes the whole day better. Or Shannon. Shannon had me so damn tickled last night, I thought I was going to piss myself. It's just because you don't like one person doesn't mean that you have to follow that crowd. And I think Shannon, you're a strong person. I think Mallory is a very strong person.
Hey, Poppy.
And instead of going against each other, we should come together because it's going to make things even stronger.
Yeah,
so I also think that we need to stand up for what's right, no matter who it is. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to like somebody. I don't have to like somebody, but look, right is right and wrong is wrong.
You did. And I promise you, I'm only playing this because it proves that Shannon likes to stir shit up, right? And then play victim like she did last night. I had like a whole spiel before this about my motives last night and my sarcasm and, giving these people what they want to hear. And so now I'm going to play some of this and then we're going to move on. I'm not talking about it anymore.
And I think with me,
Tonight.
Go ahead, girl.
I've been stuck in the middle.
Shannon, you need to stand on your...
But how have you been stuck in the middle? You put yourself in the middle, though, right? Because we haven't put you there.
I feel like that I have been tugged this way or tugged this way.
No, I don't agree with that. I think that you have, at times
I guess I have
to the other side because of the quantity, because you don't want to be harassed, you don't want to be bullied, you don't want to be talked about in a negative way on this app. So it's easier a lot of times for people that are in that situation to just go to the group of people that has the most people that you can.
Might I remind y'all, any of the times that she's ever come at me, thank you, Cartel, any of the times that she's come at me, I haven't done anything to her. Not the first or the fourth time. The last time she came at me, I quietly blocked her. I didn't say anything. I didn't egg her on. I didn't talk shit about her. I didn't tell anybody in my chat the next day. Nothing. And then she found out that I blocked her and has been on a tangent about me since. So, like, I get it. I get it that some people are sick of hearing this shit, okay? But she had no reason to come for me. And then when I clap back and do something that is deplorable, then now I'm painted like I'm the bad guy? No. So I'm going to show y'all now that it's not just us that understand Shannon and her ways. That even the other side is seeing this. I never did anything. I blocked her quietly. Didn't say a fucking word. And then the whole next day. Running her mouth. Of course I'm going to fucking clap back. Of course I'm going to clap back.
Correct. So they'll be quiet about you. Correct. And look, I'm all for self-preservation, but not at the expense of what's right and what's wrong.
Yep. And that's how it's been, Casey. For weeks, there was points where nobody said that woman's name for fucking weeks. Nobody. And then all of a sudden, she's back at it. And then plays victim. People, nobody said anything about her. She inserts herself, starts talking shit, gives her opinion, whatever, and then people clap back, and she's like, ah. Fucking shut up.
So I know that Mallory has been put through the ringer, and I guess.
Right.
And I even talked to Megan. We talked last night.
I mean,
and after seeing what SMASHLEIGH did, there is no limit that they will not go. But they will go to the lowest of low. And I am truly sorry to anybody that I have hurt on this platform.
Good night, Liz.
I am not
sweet dreams.
This evil, vile, vindictive person.
Sorry, guys.
I just feel like I've tried to see this point of view, and I've tried to see this point of view, and then I see Boogie's side, and then I see this side. But what I realized, not only after last night, but after today, I don't even think she apologized. That side is so.
This is her because Bougie called her out. Bougie, Leather and Lace, and Rissa. You'll hear Rissa here soon. Call her out, and now she can't. I do too, Shanna. She can't find a way to get herself out of it and not look like a total asshole. So now she's turned on the waterworks to deflect. Put all the blame on me and what I did, because I posted a screenshot, whatever. Put all the blame on me, make somebody else look worse. So then in turn, she doesn't look as bad as she looks.
Yep. They do not care. And I don't care anymore what they think of me.
And I'm sorry that it took I'm sorry that it took, them doing this to you for you to understand that. Because I think that's why it's so frustrating for me and probably frustrating for others is that, they've been doing that to us for a long fucking time. The same thing.
And
I know that Mallory has been through a lot. I know that. I have seen it on her face. I do. There's been times where I've sat back and I've watched her, and Mallory does look tired. She looks. Lord have mercy, Shannon. Can you please cut it? Can you please, for the love of all that is holy, whoever prays or whatever it is, you literally promoted those videos that girl was making about.
I didn't repost a post. I posted it, and yes, I did. I did post it.
Mallory days ago. You laughed. You called her names. And I'm not up here in defense of Mallory. I'm just up here in defense of, for fuck's sake. Because now it's really terrible, right? That it happened to you. But when it was happening to Bougie, I'm pretty sure you laughed. Pretty fucking sure. No, I didn't. Sat on that live and accused Mallory of being the cause of the reason you wanted to end your life. And even though she didn't attack you in that live, she still apologized to you because she felt like, well, shit, maybe I could have contributed to it. And you accepted it. Only for days later to then start it up again and call her everything under the sun. So if that's who you are, Shannon, be who you are, but do not expect people to be like, oh my God, it's happened to her. We understand, she gets it now. Nah, if it's you, girl, stand in it. Just like whatever weeks ago when I asked you those questions and you laughed and you went at those girls for whatever reason you said, and you flipped it on me and you came at me and you said, that's who I am.
Word, what the heck was that? Thank you. That was so fucking cool. I couldn't even see it all. Was that a whale in a skyscraper building? I jumped. That was so pretty. Thank you, Bird. You're so sweet. Alone in the dark. That was so pretty. I don't think I've seen that. Not on my page. I think I've seen it. Maybe. I don't know what that was. So thank you, Bird. That was so pretty.
Stand on it. Stand in your shit, lady. But don't try to sit up here and the tears come on and then they go off. And then they come back on and then they go off. Now, you can do whatever you want. This is Stephanie's platform. I love me some Stephanie. She can let you talk all fucking day. But what we're saying in the comments is for fuck's sake. Stop it. Just take Mallory out of it. I brought Mallory up. We're going to remove Mallory from the conversation because she's not entertaining you right now either. It was me. I was saying, I am not giving you any grace because I watched you a couple of days ago laugh and promote that shit, and it was
4
gross.
hours ago.
Okay? Sorry, Steph, but for...
Hold on 1 second, guys.
Not.
I would just like to, I really would like to just squash it between the two of them because, I mean, they are two good people. And I think coming together would make it even stronger. You know, that's just my opinion. But go ahead.
Can I say something? I just want to say something to Shannon. Shannon, I started watching you a while back ago when you first started covering Josh and Ida. And I even came in your box one time, and I thought you were doing a really, really good job. And this is just my opinion from an outsider looking in. And I'm just being brutally honest. I'm not being disrespectful or anything like that to you. I thought you were doing a good job.
The host is Leather and Lace.
And then I feel like, from what I seen, you started getting a lot of attention, and then you took it to an extreme. Where you were, in a way, it turned into almost bullying them in a way. And
that's why I ended it, Otto.
Right. Then you somehow, please let me finish for a minute. Then you somehow flip-flopped to supporting them, even sending them money. And I was so confused on that. But my bottom line is, My experience on this app, you got to figure out who you, and I'm just telling you from my experience, figure out who you are and just be that person. Don't try to impress this person, that person, this person, because it won't get you nowhere. I've learned, I really respect the people that just say they are who they are, and they stand on that, and they don't flip flop from this and that. That's why I lost a lot of respect for the people that are part of Pastor Petty's crew, because Pastor Petty could literally tell them to pack up all their stuff, sell it all, and move to another country, and they would all do it. Like I respect people that are who they are and they stand on it, and it don't mean that you have to agree with everybody all the time. We're humans. If I agreed with everything that Bougie or Leatherface or anybody said all the time, I think that'd be weird. I don't agree with all my own kids all the time. So it's not like you have to agree with everybody all the time, but just be yourself and figure out, and maybe you got to figure that out, who that is, and just stand on it. Don't go on an apology tour and then see that it's not accepted and change your mind again. You know, you got to just.
You would at least. And I think it lasted 36 days from when it started. And I never did anti-scam. I never did I had not even.
Yeah, I did. I think, and I don't know if that was the first time, because the time I caught it, I don't know if it was that time and I just didn't record it, but she actually called it out. It was like, my name is Leather and Lace, and he's like, fuck. He's like, my bad, and then says something like, I don't know if it was in regards to that, but he's like, don't want to end up on the whiteboard, you know, so I got to put his name on the whiteboard just to make him laugh. He don't like me right now, but that's okay.
Been on live the whole year until August. And then I don't even know how I got into it, but then when I realized that, like, I didn't want to do it anymore, and then I just decided I wanted to drop it. I wanted to stop the beef with Josh and Ida. I was done and I was over it. And then when I dropped the beef with them, I got so much hate from the awareness people, that then I was getting attacked from the awareness people, all because I ended the beef with Josh and Ida. So here I was in limbo again. And then I didn't know what to do. And I mean,
It just, I think it was Leatherface that said, like Megan, I know you don't know me, but I don't agree with everything.
Call me Leatherface.
Oh, stop calling Leatherface.
I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say it's Leather and Lace.
I know that you love us.
I'm gonna go on the whiteboard. Yep. I'm sorry.
You look
I hear it. I apologize. But there's things that Megan does and has said that I don't agree with. And Megan, I know you don't know who I am. But there's times that I've been watching you and you make me laugh my ass off.
Oh, so my God, yes.
It's not, you don't have to agree with everything everybody does every single day and stuff, you know, like, I don't know. But I don't know. My point was just find out who you are and just be yourself and stick to it. Don't be this person one day and then change the next day. Just be yourself and always be that way.
And honestly, and this is where I'm at, and Megan knows. I'm at this point where I don't even care. If you don't like me, you don't like me. And that's where you have to get. If you don't like me, you don't like me. You don't want to watch me, that's fine. Block me. But for the love of fucking God, all I ask.
So I blocked her. And that's all we had to do, right? To get rid of her. I block her quietly. I don't make a fuss out of it. I don't call her out. I don't do any of that. And then she spends the next several weeks talking shit. Make it make sense. Oh, Pinky, she's crying because she can't get herself out of looking like an asshole tonight. That's what she's upset about. Hey, Diamond Painting. So yeah, I guess if you block her, she says that, you know, that's all you got to do, block her and move on, right? Except for I blocked her and she retaliated and is now mad at me for posting a screenshot. Again, that I should have thought twice about before I posted it, but I didn't. I'll take accountability for that. But you're mad at that because you've been dragging people for how many days now?
Is do that. Stop making fake second accounts. And if you want me to, you don't want to be around me, you don't want to be associated with me, that's fine. But like, I'm just tired of being fucked with.
Tired of being
and then you're going to get boring and they're going to move on to somebody else. Poor Moonflower's been up here for days.
my screen keeps like messing up, so I can't see the comments, and then I can't know who's talking, so I don't know what's happening. But
mother is slaying me.
She does that. She goes through, she blocks people and then unblocks people. This way she's done it to me too. The last time her and I got into it, not this last time, but the time before that, she was in my live the night before, being like, oh, nobody could ever make me hate you, Smash, la la la. Blocked me in probably I don't even know how long. Blocked me, I noticed it. I didn't say a word. Because it's not the first time she's blocked me on everything. Like, she does that. Whatever. It's whatever. You know what I mean? I didn't say anything. Didn't bring it up on my live. Nothing. Didn't bring any of it. What does she do? She goes out live that next night, or that same day that she blocks me, and my name is in her mouth. People came into my chat saying, oh, Shannon's over there with your name in her mouth. And I was like, why? That's weird. I didn't say anything. I didn't say that she blocked me. I didn't bring her name up. I didn't do any of that. And then she was dragging me then, because she just found out I was a moderator for Petty. Bruh. What do you mean? You didn't know that? Bullshit. You knew that. You just are flip-floppy. You flip-flop. And now people are sick of seeing it. Yeah. So maybe don't do that.
Well, I can't see anything. But Shannon, I don't know. You're fine.
Yes,
Shannon, I don't know you personally. I feel like the last time I had a conversation with you was like about a whole different situation.
I guess, Smash.
But you've never done anything to me personally. This is just an outsider look, like, you know, looking in. I understand that you're trying to figure out who you are. You're trying to figure out what your platform you want it to be. You're trying to figure out everything. You're trying to figure out your...
And I think it lasted 36 days.
Can anyone hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, baby. No, keep going.
This is Moonflower.
Jesus. Well, sorry, my thing keeps cutting me off. Okay, I don't know what's happening. Sorry. So I understand. I'm an empath. I understand people's emotions are very high. There's a lot of shit happening on this app. There's a lot of doxing and there's a lot of negative stuff happening. It's not okay. But if you don't want it done to you, don't do it to other people.
I agree.
And I mean, I'm no hard feelings. I'm not trying to be nasty. I'm just saying.
I know, and I get it. I mean, I get it. I'm being called out, and I'm not making excuses. I'm not here saying,
me too,
but this, but that. You know, I'm the type of person.
When I heard Moonflower start talking tonight, I was like, oh, so your accent is fake. And then I was like, oh, that's not Moonbeam.
That say, yes, I fucked up. I probably, sure, I know I should have never done it. And I will say this. That I guess after these past couple of days, I've just sat back and I've looked at everything. And I've just come to realize that
There's just a lot of shit fucking people on this app. And I'm just going to have to...
That was another one I saw, because it's got the flower. It's got the pink flower, like the pink flower girl. And so then it says moonflower, but I was thinking pink flower. And then I was like, oh no, that's moonbeam. Her accent's fake. And then I was like, no, this is a totally different girl. Yeah, sat back my ass, girl. Have you slept? Maybe a nap.
There are going to be shit people
and a sandwich.
That sometimes the best reaction is no reaction. I know that I need to get better with that. And sometimes I just need to just ignore it.
Oh, I posted it. Morgan, I posted it on my YouTube. Oh, did you ever find it?
Sometimes I do, but I guess...
And not fall into it.
Exactly. And I know that, and I know that I've done that. And I'm not going to sit here and make excuses and say that I haven't, because I have.
Girl, do you know the hate I have gotten for being Boogie's friend?
That's
you gotta message me.
No, let's start from the beginning. Camera. She's gotten hate way before that too, so let's be honest.
Well, yeah, but she's just saying, like, because she's associated.
No, I know. I'm being funny. I'm not being serious.
It's fine. I'm Leatherface. I'm leather feces. I'm pleatherface. I'm whatever. Whatever.
You're my bitch, girl. You're my bitch.
Yeah, whatever makes you sleep good at night. But I can tell you one thing, and Moonflower will contest to this as long as... Well,
she doesn't have the camera
I don't know if she's still here. Bougie, I think, has learned that. And my cattle princess, they know if some shit's popping off, they do not question my integrity with them. Because they know.
Okay, I think the rest of this is just... So anyways, the point of me playing that is that... this woman runs around this app acting a fool. Lying on people, making up lies, running amok, you name it. Flip-flopping, bouncing from group to group to group because one group's mad at her, the other group's mad at her. This is like her last-ditch effort was Leather and Laces live. And honestly, I'm proud of them. Makes me want to vomit saying that, but I'm glad they called her out. I am. And, you know, I think after that, they then continued to play the video where I said that I posted that screenshot for clicks and views for content, right? And like I said at the beginning of this live, that is not actually why I posted it. I posted it definitely to be petty, for sure, but... sometimes I just like to tell them what they want to hear. Like the other shit they've made up about me, right? That I pee in a bucket over in the corner of my neighbor's shed. That I live in a shed. That I live in my neighbor's shed. That, you know, my house is only 700 square foot. That I leave my children, yeah. I left because I was like, whatever, I'm not gonna do it. After my face came up, I just left. But the reason why I said that, I'm just doing it for clout, for views, for clicks, whatever, is because they say that about me all the time. Everybody always says that to me, like about the other side over there. They're always like, she's worried about the numbers. She's worried about the numbers. Even though last night we fucking chilled and had a grand old time with like 4 active people in the chat. The rest were asleep. And I probably woke some of them up and they probably cussed me out and turned me off. And I don't blame you. But I was chill. Don't you think if I was doing it for the views and you know, what do views do anyways? Besides stress me out. Like I said, I missed the lives where there was only fucking... I remember the time where I was excited that I had 10 people in my life. Yeah, Mrs. Homie was great. We had an amazing time. It was fun. We just chilled. You know what I mean? Yeah, listening and sleeping. So, yeah, they're gonna continue to play that clip over and over and over again because, of course, it paints me in a bad picture. But just remember who it's coming from. Just keep that in mind, because we're not the only ones that are onto your shit, Shannon. We ain't the only ones. So. Damn it. I don't judge, I judge. I listen and I judge. Always. So I'm going to reiterate that they can think what they want. That's fine. I love just agreeing with them because honestly, it's hilarious. Like, I'm pretty sure Bougie thinks that this shed is my neighbor's. And I find it hilarious. I do. I find it fucking hilarious. I don't listen and I judge. Yeah, sometimes I don't listen. Ask Jenna. I don't know. I find it funny. So yeah, like I said, if anybody has any questions on things that I do or say, and you're not quite sure, just message me. You know what I mean? Calling me out in Pastor Petty's live, upset because you think I sit with Megan, is... I don't think that was the right way to go about it. I mean, that's fine. Probably Michael. Probably. What's your question? Oh God, here we go. Just kidding. How am I feeling now? Better as far as my anxiety? No. I still feel like a plane is gonna hit my house or something. It's just weird. I don't know why. I don't know if I just need more water or maybe some more carrots. Not that carrot. Why have you not checked Instagram? I'm calling right now. Somebody else messaged me too, and they're like panicking because I think they think I'm mad. I fucking love the pictures that you guys send me. So it's like an underwater world then? I don't know, whatever it was cute. Making my teeth hurt, sorry. Okay, I'm gonna go look right now. Yeah, PPG, I saw all those too. I actually was responding back, I can't. Yeah, you saw it. Alrighty then. That's enough of that. I've had enough of them. Her rather, that I can take for one day. So I was supposed to look somebody up. Whether or not... Sorry, guys. Ah, good luck, Passion. My kids were full of piss and vinegar today. Like, just I think my daughter, you know, my oldest that goes to school, she has long days, you know what I mean? And some days she does really well with like going to school and stuff. And then there are some days like today, like she just had an off day. And so when she got home, she was very emotional and drained, right? So, she was like not in the greatest mood ever. So my husband was like play fighting with them, like, you know, wrestling. And with my anxiety that started for no fucking reason, I was like freaking out. Like somebody was going to get hurt. Somebody was going to like break a leg. And it wasn't even that serious. Like they were just playing. Like he was like tickling her, you know what I mean? And I'm like, oh my God, she can't breathe or something. Like it's just so weird. It's just an off day for everybody, I guess. Oh, good luck, Passion. Play the axolotl song. You're on I probably should be on meds for anxiety. I'm dazed. Every time I hear it now, I think of you. I'm like, oh. All right. Let's see. What do we got here? I've got... Oh, yeah. I was looking up somebody... They help a lot. Yeah, I definitely should be, but I don't know. I just, you know, because I've had issues with PILLS before, it freaks me out to be dependent on something like that. You know what I mean? I don't, I'm worried because I see a lot of people, they're like they can't even get their stuff because it's like out of stock. Oh, did you? Have you tried it yet? Was it like one of those zip up ones? I've seen those, like they're like little tents that zip up. Oh God, Miss Homie, yeah, that makes my anxiety worse. That makes my anxiety worse. I used to, like when I was coming off hugs, I was partaking in the gardening, if you will. And then once I was like off of everything completely, I stopped just because it's never been my thing. You know what I mean? Wow, congratulations, Banjo. I used to take like 0.5 milligrams Xanax like years ago, and I really liked those because it wasn't something I had to take every day. But when I'd get like this, you know what I mean, where something would just come up and it makes my anxiety, like whatever, I could take one, and then, you know, I'd be okay for the next one. It wasn't something that I took on a regular basis. I never really cared for benzos. Can you ever just like let him hang out and play in there, Passion? Does he, I don't know, maybe that with autism, maybe that's not a good idea, I don't know. They have patches. I'm just worried about like the dependency of it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, same with like ADHD meds. Like when I tell you coming off the pain meds years ago, that shit traumatized me. It was so bad. Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, any of it's awful. And especially like with benzos, you can actually like, you can really get messed up if you're not careful when you come off of stuff like that. It's not like pain pills you just wanted to unalive. With like benzos, you can actually unalive. What Brooke say? Oh, I gotta get bigger comments here. The little tiny chat at the bottom is messing me up. What did Brooke say? I'm a month and 2 days. Heck yeah! Congratulations, Brooke. Well, Butrin. Yeah, I don't. I feel like it would help. Like ADHD and anxiety are like the two things that I struggle with the most, I think. Thank you. You get what you give. I feel like I could benefit from medications for that. But I'm just scared too. We call it a cocktail at work. Yeah, pain, yeah. Yeah. I've thought about it. I've seen like a psychiatrist and talking to them about it, and like I just haven't like done it yet. Yeah, literally, Ruby. No, definitely not, Tamara. There's definitely no shame in seeking help. Ollie gummies, I've seen those. I would love like with Kratom. Kratom helps a lot with a lot of different things that I struggle with. I have horrible sleeping issues. I have like pain issues. I have like anxiety. You know, we're all fucked up, right? We're all about the same. And so Kratom helps a lot, but doesn't always. Like tonight, it's just one of those nights where it's just not doing what it usually does. Tried the drops. What drops, Miss Homie? Like as far as like coffee not helping, Haley, they're really, I mean, they're not fun. Some people don't get them. I'm one of those that can get the WDs, but it's like irritability and like maybe some restless leg. You know what I mean? And I think the restless leg is just like a permanent issue that I have from pain medicine. Really, Haley? Yeah, nowhere near what I went through coming off pain meds. Nowhere near. Just some irritability. Maybe like can't sleep as good. You know what I mean? Higher anxiety level. But sleep aid. Yeah, I mean it's not like the greatest. You know what I mean? Really, Mama Moo? I got worse. I get the name and send it to you, my son. Yes, please send me that, Mrs. Homie. Because I'm very much a like I'd like to try to go natural if it works. Well, Passion, sorry, I missed, I don't know if you answered. I think a lot of people are being filtered, but you said you got him the new bed for his autism. does he seem to like it? Yeah, Kitty, I've heard that that, what is it? Somebody just said it. To help with magnesium helps with restless leg too. I used to take melatonin. But I haven't really had issues with sleep since I've been taking kratom since 2016.
Go ahead and finish what you're saying, and I'll say what I was.
Go ahead.
So the bed that we got is actually, if anybody has a kiddo that has autism, I just want to share some knowledge. If you don't know, cubby beds, they are pretty much like a giant pack and play for kids that have autism, cerebral palsy. You can get them for your parents. If you're the ones that zip up? Yes. They zip up all the way. The frame, the mattress goes inside of it, so it can't be flipped or anything like that. And they can't take off the bedding, so they can't get entrapped into the bedding because you have the risk of strangulation.
Right. I've heard, like, when I first saw one, I was like, ooh, that seems kind of unsafe, but they've, I guess depending on where you buy it from, you know what I mean? Obviously, like, if you're going to pay for something cheap, then it's probably not worth it, but they put a lot of science behind,
right. And cubby beds are not cheap. They start off at least $5,000. And insurance is like ripping your teeth out to try and get them to pay for it, because they will try to deem it as a non-medical necessity, even if your kid is an elopement risk, a safety issue, which obviously, my story with my kid, he's got both. But my friend, they were able to get a cubby bed for their son who also has autism. And they gave me the bed that their kiddo was using because it still has a lot of life into it. And I mean, it's almost a full-size bed. So they took one of the it's an indoor-outdoor trampoline. It's the size of a twin-size bed. And they took a futon mattress and put it inside. And with this rectangular trampoline, there's no access to any of the springs. So you don't have to worry about them getting pinched or trapped into the springs. So the skirting is completely intact. They can't get in it. But it completely is netted around, and then it has a zipper door and 2 buckles. And the way that they did it, they made it where the zipper can't be accessed on the inside because of the risk if you have a kiddo that is an elopement risk and has no safety awareness and gets out of the house while you're sleeping or whatnot, because eventually he's going to outgrow the room that he's in, because we have a conjoined bedroom if nobody knows. He'll outgrow this room the bigger he gets. I mean, he's almost half of my size, and I'm 5'7", and he's only 4.
I feel that, girl.
So eventually he will get his big boy room, and that's across the hallway, and we'll have that integrated with nanny cams and stuff like that, so we can visually see him constantly. But obviously we have to sleep sometimes, so we just want the whole safety to make sure that when he's in bed, he's in bed. But he can't get out of it without our help. And then we took a twin size sheet to the top of the trampoline and made it as it's a fitted sheet, and we made it as a roof, so he can't try to climb over the railings, because this kid is Houdini, and I swear he's like half monkey, because this kid, literally, if he can grip it with his toes, he can get up it. I mean, I've watched this kid pick up rocks with his toes and then just grab them. But I'm honestly, if anybody knows, the last few months has been super stressful with how much pain I've been in with my own health. and then him randomly coming in at like 3 o'clock in the morning and jumping directly on top of my spine and inflicting more pain on me, and he doesn't know that he's hurting me. We just needed something that was going to be beneficial for the both of us so I can get the sleep that I need, because if I don't sleep, my body literally will attack itself and it causes me more pain. And I'm no good for nobody. So when my friend's like, hey, we got a new cubby bed. If you guys need this, we will donate it to you. If you guys can just come pick it up, that would be great. And I said, yeah, I'll be there, because she
shot, you know?
Right. Well, she was running. Her kid had gotten loose from her, because if you're not quick with them and you're not like 100% like eye contact with them, they can get away so quickly. They were at the park and she ended up breaking her foot. Yeah. So she couldn't drive it to us, and I was like, you're fine, you're wheelchair bound, I'll come and get it. So that same night that we got it, we set it up, and he's been in it now for 5 nights. But he decided yesterday to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, and he had to be at school by noon. So he had been up since 6 a.m. all the way up until I had to go get his dad from work. And he had been napping off and on, and we were trying to keep him awake, but it's like fighting a bear. Yep. So now he fell asleep again, and he was asleep for maybe an hour and a half. And he literally is like the Energizer Bunny. He's recharged and ready to rock and roll all night. So
my kids do that. They'll fall asleep we're like a mile away from the house. They'll finally fall asleep after a 2-hour drive, and then they nap for 2 minutes maybe. And as soon as they wake up, they're ready to go. Like, that wasn't even a nap.
and see, here in our state, by by medical with insurance and all that stuff, he already, because we're both on the neurodivergent side. I have ADHD really, really bad.
Yeah, the power nap.
And he's already showing signs that he has ADHD. His body literally, like, his brain just does not know how to tell itself, hey, we're tired, we need a rest. He will go and go and go and go until he finally is like depleted of all energy, and like goes and sits on the couch, and then we'll like watch him and he's out within seconds. So I'm hoping tonight, maybe if I just let him be up for a little bit longer, I can get him out a little bit into bed. We'll see, but I'm crossing my fingers. And they wanted us to do a sleep study with him. I've been waiting for 4 months now for a sleep study because insurance keeps on denying it. I mean,
shocker.
And that's what worries me, is because like we're being denied so much like stuff that we need through insurance. I'm not going to get any better. My health is not going to get any better. Like, I'm 34 and on my best days, I can walk around without a cane. And some days, on my worst days, I have to use a walker, because if I don't, I can't even take a deep breath in without feeling like somebody had taken my spine out. So just Yikes. Dealing with them and all that stuff. But the other good news that I got was I found out that my nurse practitioner had been practicing medicine without a doctor above her. So this entire time that I've been going and seeing her and asking if I could personally meet with my doctor, who I had not met with, she kept telling me, oh, he only sees patients if it's an emergency. No, this entire time she did not have a doctor that she was working under at all. And I had to find this out through a different office that I go through in the same building. So I let my primary care doctor know that, and he was like, that's highly illegal. And no, he was like, you should have already seen your doctor by now. So he put in a referral for a new rheumatologist. So I'm just waiting for a call back so I can go see this man. because I kept wanting to ask the doctor questions, because if anybody knows, fibromyalgia is pretty much a Band-Aid diagnosis for a lot of people, just so they can be like, up here, this is what's wrong with you, now get out of my office. But if you suffer with this or something that's similar to it, like rheumatoid arthritis, MS, lupus, Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, they all mimic each other. And I was tested for lupus and MS. Both came out negative, but they never went any farther than that to see if I had Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. So I am trying to make sure if I have that or not. Because if anybody's been on like my little journey of like the 8 surgeries that I've had since 2020, I have a lot of birth defects, and found out that I had no cartilage in my nose. So literally when I was sleeping, my nose was collapsing in my sleep. I had two sinus cavities on one side of my nose and one on the other, and you're only supposed to have one on each side. And then my hips were popping in and out of socket. So I had to have hip surgery in 2023, and I found out that I had torn muscle, tendons, ligaments, and I had to get donor parts to fix all that, and I'm still healing from that. And now both of my knees are going bad. I found out that even me walking with knee braces on, my knees can literally just dislocate while I'm walking up and down the stairs.
Jeez.
Yeah. So, you know.
I'm so sorry, dude. Dang.
So if I've been quiet, like clearly I try to make myself known, like, hey, I'm here, love your face.
Yeah.
But if I've been quiet, or if I'm not being, like, if I'm not showing up, it's just I've got a lot of medical stuff going on and fighting a lot of shit. Yeah.
Sending all the positive thoughts your way, girlie. I'm sorry.
I appreciate it.
It's terrible.
Have you ever heard little man talk before? He's been talking so much lately. He came up to me the other day.
His voice is so cute, though.
Can you say, do you know the Muffin Man? The Muffin Man? The Muffin Man.
Muffin Man.
He's been talking so much more. Like, he's progressed so much. And yesterday, I guess I pissed in his grits or something, because he got up in my face, like eye level with me, and went ass whooping. Don't know where he learned that from, because we don't say anything like that to him. But he just like looked at me and went ass whooping. I looked at him and I said, what do I deserve to get whoopings? Like, and I'm trying not to laugh, because I don't want him to learn that that's okay for him to just randomly go up and say. But hearing his little voice, especially when you go 4 years without really hearing your kid talk, and he just comes up to you and says that, and I'm just like, where did you learn that? Like, the worst you've called me was wheat flour, okay? Wheat flour. But so yeah, if anybody has a kiddo that has autism and you can't get a cubby bed because insurance is just being stick in the mud, look into getting a rectangled trampoline and a futon mattress, and I'm telling you, it'll help a lot. This is the most I've slept in 5 days out of 4 years that I've had him, if that tells anybody anything. And if anybody knows, Days knows, because me and him talk literally from the time that we get up to the time we go to bed every day. He'll be like, good morning. I'm like, dude, I just fell asleep finally because my kid went to bed. So, but Jessica, I would, but my kid is literally right here, and if anybody knows, I don't show my kid on camera, and he literally hangs on me like a tumor. Like,
try to get maybe you can get like a picture or something and show it on a green screen.
We're also in the process of renovating his room again since we got this bed. We have to move a lot of the furniture around and stuff like that. So it's kind of a not accessible to show the bed without showing him kind of thing. But I'll get a picture of it and I'll show it so then everybody has a gist of what it looks like. And the great thing, you don't have to get pool noodles because pool noodles already come with us for the railing, so you don't have to worry about buying those for like extra protection. He will monkey jump across the room, I'm telling you. Like, that kid, I swear, I wish I had a third of this kid's energy because we would never be home. We'd be out and about everywhere. But that's what I had to say. But for some stupid reason, like when I put safety bed in and I tried to tag it to show you, it filtered it out and wouldn't let me pin it as a comment.
Yeah.
I'm like, really?
Yeah. I feel like I'm being filtered in a lot of different places. Whether the filtered comments are off or on, it doesn't matter. And I know other people are too.
I feel like it's stupid because if it's not anything that's like like this right here, this is a big giant awareness that people who it's great to share with parents who don't have kiddos. They get the kind of perspective of what we have to go through for the safety of our kids. Because, being a parent is hard. And I'll say this all the time. I don't care until I'm blue in the face. Being a parent is hard, but being a parent with a kid that has special needs, you have to be built different for it. You really do, because it takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of time consuming because you have to make sure that you're on a routine with them constantly. And if you have a kid that's that's autistic, you literally cannot break the routine because it can throw them into the worst episode of your entire day. And then you have behaviors where they can, if they get aggressive and they hit you and stuff like that. And luckily, we haven't really gotten to that level. Like, he's pinched me. I have scars from him digging his nails into me from that. But he's not actually came up and whopped me a good one or anything like that. I think the most is when he's excited and he's awake, he thinks I need to be awake too, instead of him going back to bed and he's jumped on me. But,
tough cookie girl.
And in the mornings, I usually am in TikTok Snarks Live, and we do an awareness bit with, I like to say autism acceptance instead of awareness, because we just like to generally share the information that we go through and also try to help out other parents who are also
like a support system. Yeah.
And right now with how everything is with, and I don't want to bring the politics into it, but with things that are going to be changing, it's scary for parents like us and people who are like me that are on disability and would work in a heartbeat. Like, I had to give up a job that I loved and was extremely passionate about because I was literally a safety risk for not just myself, but my residents. And I could no longer lift anybody. I can barely lift a gallon of milk without it being in pain. So it's scary that things could change for the worst instead of the better for us. Yeah. So if you guys want to know any more information, and we're talking about it in TikTok Snarks Live, you're more than welcome to join. If you have a kiddo that recently was diagnosed or has been diagnosed for a minute and you just need ideas, my DMs are open. I've talked to plenty of moms who are also dealing with what I'm dealing with, and we've bounced ideas back and forth. And I just, being able to build that with other parents is a great bond. Also, just knowing that you're not alone.
Yeah, for sure. Having that support system. Hey, Malibu.
But I'm going to drop down now. I love you guys. I hope all of you have a great night or day, wherever you are.
Yeah, wherever you are.
But alrighty, I'm going to hop down and see if I can get this booger to try and go to sleep.
Hope he goes to sleep soon.
He's over here unfolding all the laundry. I guess I did a crap job at it. So
he's going to redo it for you.
Yep, I guess.
I was going to just shove all the shirts and stuff back in the drawer. I'm like, fuck it.
I literally look at his dad and I'm like, why? What's the point anymore? Because he just takes everything out of the basket and unfolds it. Or he'll come over and he'll Godzilla kick it off the bed while I'm in the middle of
Not Godzilla kick it.
I'm like, dude, what are you doing?
Damn kids.
Oh, real quick though. He has hit his mile marker of so far this year now of 201 books that he has read for school so far. And now our next school is staying to 301 before we're trying to get to 1,000 books before the end of the school year. So we're getting there. So
I love that.
Alrighty. I love you guys. I'm hopping down now. I'll shut up.
Okay. You're fine. You're fine.
Bye.
Bye, honey. Yeah, these stupid cramps. Holly had one kid when she was young, like when she was a baby, that she loved her crib. I swear that kid slept in a crib for far too long just because it was like her safe space. She would come up to me and ask me in her own way to put her in her crib, and she would just chill in there for an hour. She'd play with her blanket, or she'd have like a couple toys in there, and she's always liked her quiet time, and she still does. She never tried to crawl out of her crib, ever. And then my youngest was like my little Houdini baby. Diaper off, pajamas off. It didn't matter what it was. Naked. Like not naked, but just didn't want anything to crawling out of the crib, So when she got her freedom of her toddler bed, when she was old enough to sleep on that kind of mattress, she really liked that. And she would just get in her toy. She'd get her little toy box. My other one would be asleep. My oldest one would be asleep. They've always shared a room. And my youngest one would just be like hanging out. They've always had like a light, like a night light in there. And she'd just chill and play with her little toys in the middle of the floor. She always made it back to bed though. Neither of my kids were those type of kids that just like fell asleep in weird places. I think my youngest fell asleep one time in her jumper. Otherwise, they were always in bed. Always. Or like on the couch. You know what I mean? No weird places. I see videos of people's kids that are in the weirdest positions, like the kitchen floor, or whatever, like falling asleep. My kids never really did that. They always were in bed. Especially after they got like their toddler beds, where they could just freely come and go. They would just go put themselves in the bed. I was always under the bed. That's funny. Both of mine hate their own bed. Tamara. Oh man, I'm not ready for that. Just today. That's funny. I never were like that. They really weren't. Yep. You like the adult children stage of life. Yep. We had to do the baby gate thing for a while. Passion, I did that one time. Oh my gosh, my mom and my stepdad used to play softball. And like when they'd have the double headers, it'd be like 11 o'clock at night when they would finish, right? They would have like 2 different games. And one day I fell asleep under my mom's coat in the grass. And they couldn't find me. My mom called the cops, like she was freaking out, right? And I was just like in a random section of the grass outside of the fields, right? It's like sidewalks, and then you had like a little grassy area. Someone went to go pick up the coat. They'd shut off all the lights. You know, people were out there with flashlights. The officers were out there with flashlights because I was sleeping under the coat. They lifted up the coat and they were like, "We found her!" And I was like, "What?" I was like 8, maybe 9. The way I would have been so scared. Right, Tamara? You go through the stages where your child only wants you, and then they're like a teenager and they don't want shit to do with you, and then like they get into like their 20s, you know, and then they like you again. At least that's how it was with my mom. My son was 2. Yeah, I always had baby gates. So yes, I've always been a problem. Always. Always. 28 and 26. Oh. Now you got grandbabies yet or not yet? See, my kids they weren't like that. They never really climbed. I mean, my youngest climbed her crib, but by the time she started doing that, she was old enough for a toddler bed, so we just switched. Are you ready? Oh, I bet you are. But they never really messed with the baby gates. I'm 51. One day, hopefully. One day, hopefully. I don't even want to think about grandbabies. It scares me. Really, Mama Moo? All boys. Dang, Zoe. It's a lot of testosterone. My husband's outweighed by women right now. He wants a boy. Oh, but I guess I'm not allowed to have a boy because I can't even take care of the 2 I have. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Heck yeah, Tamara. Probably why you're so mean, right? That's funny. All boys. I'll probably be the one with all girls. My husband's like, I want to try again for a boy. Like, obviously it doesn't matter, but like, who doesn't, you know, some people like to have a boy and a girl. And I'll probably be all girls. And it's funny because his sister's pregnant too, and she has a baby also, right? Both girls. My mother-in-law and my mom, well, I guess my mother-in-law has 4 grandchildren, and they're all girls. One of them's not here yet. Probably soon will be, but finding out I'm going to be a grandma was a trigger. Why? Right, Shanna? I don't even know if I'd know what to do with a boy. I always said my whole life too, I've always wanted to be a mom, right? Like since I was just a young girl, I was always like had my baby dolls, and I always wanted boys. I did. I was like, I don't even know what I'd do with a girl. And it's funny because with our first, right, with my oldest, we didn't find out the gender. We waited until I gave birth, right? So we had no idea if it was going to be a girl or a boy. And I'll tell you what, if you guys ever get a chance to do that, do it. Oh, I'm sorry, Snow Bunny. That's hard. It was so fun. It was so fun. I mean, you know, it's hard, but it's so fun. it was like such a special moment, you know. Like obviously it would have mattered either way, but we weren't sure. And then and then with the second baby, we decided to find out the gender just so we could like have one of each, like figure, you know, I mean, like one where we didn't find out and one where we did. And we were convinced it was a boy. Convinced. And it was not. I'm too impatient. I'm impatient too. And believe me, it was hard. We had to like look away, right? We had to like cover our eyes. It was so fun though. And to do that with your first baby when like you've wanted a baby your whole life, right? Like you've wanted to be a parent your whole life. And then to not find out the gender. I almost failed. But my husband was like, we're going to do it. You can do it. And I'm like, I don't know if I can do it. But it was so worth it. Right, Sierra? I know, they are little smashes, man. My youngest whoops my ass, I tell you what. That girl is spicy.